When James Gunn and Peter Safran announced their new vision for the DC universe, fans around the world assumed Henry Cavill's time in the cape was finished. Hello, viewers. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more videos. His highly publicized exit as Superman in 2022 felt like a brutal end to an era, and Cavill himself admitted it was a blow he hadn't anticipated. Yet, in a shocking twist, new reports and YouTube discussions have suggested that Cavill may not be entirely finished with DC after all. He may not return as Superman, but whispers of a comeback in a different role have reignited hope among his loyal fanbase. Cavill's tumultuous exit. Cavill's journey with DC has been filled with highs and lows. Cast by Zack Snyder, he debuted in Man of Steel, 2013, a darker, more grounded Superman that divided critics but won over millions of fans. Despite controversies surrounding the Snyderverse, Cavill remained a fan favorite. His brief return in Black Adam, 2022, was marketed as the dawn of a new chapter, only for Gunn to pull the plug weeks later, announcing that Superman would be recast for Superman Legacy. Fans felt betrayed, and Cavill himself released a heartfelt statement confirming he was stepping aside. At the time, it seemed like the final curtain. The rumors begin, but Hollywood has a way of keeping doors slightly ajar. In recent weeks, several YouTube channels, entertainment insiders, and fan accounts have circulated reports that Gunn and Safran are interested in Cavill for another role within the rebooted DC universe. The idea is simple. While Cavill may not be Clark Kent anymore, his star power and fan loyalty are too valuable to waste. Speculation has run wild about which role Cavill could take on. Some argue he'd be perfect as a DC villain, bringing gravitas to a character like Brainiac. Others envision him as a mentor figure, such as Jor-El, Kal-El's Kryptonian father. Still others suggest a bold reinvention. Perhaps Cavill could even lead an entirely new franchise within DC, like Green Lantern or Deathstroke. Why Cavill still matters. The excitement surrounding Cavill's potential return isn't just about nostalgia. Cavill has a rare ability to draw fan enthusiasm wherever he goes. His exit from The Witcher left that series struggling to maintain momentum. His name attached to Amazon's Warhammer 40K adaptation sent shockwaves through the gaming and fantasy communities. In short, Cavill moves culture, and DC knows it. From a business perspective, bringing Cavill back in any capacity could help soften the backlash Gunn has faced since rebooting Superman. It signals to fans that their voices matter, and that DC isn't interested in erasing everything that came before. Fan reactions. The idea of Cavill returning has set social media on fire. Hashtags like #BringBackCavill and #CavillDCU have trended repeatedly. On YouTube, comment sections are filled with passionate declarations. "I don't care what role he plays, just bring Henry back." Another fan wrote, "Cavill deserves redemption after the way Warner Brothers treated him." There's also cautious optimism. Some fans worry that recasting Cavill as another character could feel confusing or diminish his legacy as Superman. Others, however, see it as a bold opportunity for him to redefine his place in the superhero genre. Gunn's calculated gamble. For James Gunn, the move would be strategic. His reboot of DC has already faced skepticism, particularly from Snyderverse loyalists. By offering Cavill a new role, Gunn could bridge the gap between old and new, winning over doubters while still pushing forward with his fresh creative vision. It wouldn't be the first time an actor played multiple roles in comic book universes. Ryan Reynolds famously transitioned from Green Lantern to Deadpool, while Josh Brolin played both Thanos and Cable. If handled carefully, Cavill could achieve a similar reinvention. Final thoughts. Henry Cavill's rumored return to the DC universe feels like poetic justice. Once cast aside, he now has the chance to re-enter the franchise on his own terms. Whether he becomes a hero, a villain, or something entirely unexpected, one thing is clear: DC can't afford to ignore him. For fans, the possibility of seeing Cavill back on screen in a DC costume, any costume, is a thrilling prospect. It's a reminder that in Hollywood, nothing is ever truly final. Doors reopen, stories continue, and legacies evolve. Cavill may not be Superman anymore, but his place in the DC universe might not be over. In fact, it could be just beginning.
Cavill was born in Jersey, the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands, which are dependent territories of the British Crown and are located off the coast of Normandy, France. He is the fourth of 5 sons of Marianne Cavill, née Dalgliesh, a secretary, and Colin Cavill, a stockbroker. The family lived in St. Helier, where Henry Cavill grew up playing computer games with his brothers. At age 13, he left Jersey to attend the Stowe School, a boarding school in Buckinghamshire, England. At Stowe, Cavill developed an interest in acting and participated in school productions, including Grease, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Tom Stoppard's Dog's Hamlet. At age 16, he and his classmates had the opportunity to be extras in the movie Proof of Life, 2000, starring Russell Crowe. While on set, Cavill introduced himself to the recent Oscar winner, who encouraged him to pursue acting professionally. Cavill soon landed a role in Vendetta, 2001, followed by another in Kevin Reynolds' big-screen adaptation of The Count of Monte Cristo, 2002. For the part of Albert Mandigo, Cavill, who has said that he was teased for being overweight as a kid, was encouraged to lose several pounds. In addition, Cavill had guest roles in a number of British television shows as well as supporting parts in the coming-of-age film I Capture the Castle, 2003, and an adaptation of the Celtic romance Tristan plus Isolde, 2006. During this period, Cavill auditioned for several iconic roles, including Superman and James Bond, which ultimately went to Brandon Routh in Superman Returns and Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, both 2006, respectively. Those setbacks led him to consider following in the footsteps of 2 of his elder brothers and joining the armed forces. In 2007, however, Cavill garnered his first leading role in The Tudors, a cable series following the exploits of Henry VIII, played by Irish actor Jonathan Rhys-Meyers. Cavill portrayed Charles Brandon, a loyal courtier to the king. The series helped make Cavill a familiar face, and during its 4 seasons, 2007 to 10, he also appeared in such films as the adventure fantasy Stardust, 2007, and the Woody Allen comedy Whatever Works, 2009. After The Tudors, Cavill proved his skill as an action star, playing Greek hero Theseus in Immortals, 2011, and the son of a CIA agent, played by Bruce Willis, in The Cold Light of Day, 2012. In 2011, Cavill announced that he had been cast as Clark Kent/Superman in Man of Steel, 2013. He later admitted that he had missed the call from director Zack Snyder offering him the job because he had been